So for our next item, I'm just going to bring you up to speed on our May Chamber legislative update. As we continue to work with our governmental partners on advocacy, we want to make sure you're up to speed on the latest legislative issues happening in our area. And we can't start a discussion of advocacy without the infamous P word. The good news was that parking had its big day in front of the SLO City Council on May 14th. If you haven't heard what happened, here are the takeaways. Parking structure, the parking rates in the parking structure will be reduced from $3 to $2 per hour, resulting in a maximum daily charge of $8 instead of the previous $12. On-street parking rates will be reduced in the downtown core from $4 per hour to $2.75 per hour. The outer perimeter of downtown will go from $3 per hour to $2.25 per hour. The on-street maximum time will go from 2 hours to 3 hours in the downtown core. Monthly parking structure permit prices will be reduced to $45 per month. That means if you come downtown more than 6 days per month for like long periods, it's a bargain to go and get those monthly permits. The price of parking validations are going to be reduced by half, allowing businesses to purchase 100 one-hour validation tickets for $100. But to do all of this, the first hour free and free Sunday parking in the structures had to go away. I know, that is a sacred right in SLO, but I'm telling you, do the math, it's cheaper and a better option. I must thank the Brian Harris and the Downtown SLO's Parking Task Force for taking the lead and spending numerous hours studying and analyzing the parking issue. They took the lead on the rate discussion and came up with a consensus position that eventually was adopted. I also want to thank the city for the collaboration of hearing the concerns, engaging in the discussion in a way that led to this better data-driven discussion. The rate changes will take place on July 8th because that's the legal time it takes to amend the ordinance, but the other parts will take place July 1st. There are several other pieces operationally that the Chamber is continuing to collaborate with the city on related to parking enforcement and creating a uniform process for using the parking services in all 3, soon to be 4, parking structures. Also, on Tuesday night, the City Council took up an ordinance related to requiring major additions and alterations to existing single-family homes to become more energy efficient. The Chamber worked closely with the city team to develop an ordinance that would not be too onerous and complicated, but would meet the goal of reducing our community's carbon footprint. The ordinance requires that for all additions and alterations that are over 500 square feet, you would have to make some upgrades to the energy efficiency in your home. That could take the form of a new heat pump water heater, a heat pump HVAC system, solar or other efficiency upgrades. You get to keep your stove. The requirements give flexibility for what works for your project and also have specific exemptions and hardship exclusions that should make this ordinance workable for the average homeowner. There will also be support provided to help the homeowners identify the right rebates and contractors to make the process easy with little to no extra cost. The ordinance will be back before the City Council for its second reading on June 4th, and if it passes on June 4th, it has to get state sign-off and will likely go into effect January 1st, 2025. Finally, a lot of us in this room got to experience the joy and wonder of SLO County's last redistricting process. Needless to say, there were many issues that came up during that process, and the whole thing ended up being litigated. At the conclusion of that litigation, the county decided that they would pursue the option of a Citizens Redistricting Commission to do that work next time, to remove the elected officials from the process and put it in the hands of the community to redraw the lines. Well, Senator John Laird stepped up and introduced a piece of legislation this year, SB 977, and is looking to formulate the plan to make the Citizens Redistricting Commission for SLO County reality. We have seen the legislation and have provided some input to try and modify a couple of issues that our board saw with this process. The general idea would be that the staff of the county would create an application process, and the county clerk recorder would create a pool of potential commissioners, and through a random draw and interview process, impanel 11 commissioners to draw the lines after the upcoming census in 2030. There are lots of rules and requirements, so if you're interested in the details, you can look up Senate Bill 977 from Senator Laird, or come over and ask me. I had to get very familiar with it. That bill is still making its way through the state legislature, and as it is finalized and adopted, we'll let you know where it lands. Next month, the city and county will be addressing their upcoming budgets and tackling the homeless response plans. We will keep you up to date via email at next month's Good Morning SLO, or if you prefer to see it live, watch those agendas for both the city and the county. Thank you.